Alright, welcome back to another PvP Pet Battle video. This is Linica, and today I'm going to be showing off the best of the best. The best teams I've ever created. Not all of them, but I have a tab dedicated to my Tier 1 teams, and this will be showing off some of the better or more fun ones. Probably just the better ones. These aren't very much fun teams to play, but this one is particularly fun to play. I do enjoy it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead, bring in my Ghastly Kid. If he haunts me, it's kind of fine, because I can just haunt him right back and there's nothing he can do, sort of maybe, you know, stalling out with a paralyzing venom. But, yeah, maybe I'll just go for an ethereal first. Oh, and he's going for the orphaned fellbat. Now I'm in a really kind of a difficult situation because I'm not sure whether I want to go for my own haunt and possibly get haunted by him. I think what I actually want to do... this is a tough decision. I did not expect that. I'm going to go ahead and go for the haunt. See what he does. He's going to go for that black claw. Okay, if I was him, I would have used the felon bullet, which I'm sure he's using. This is a tough one. I'm going to bring in my imp. If he goes for another black claw, I want to take it and then switch out. He's going to go for that drain blood off cooldown. That's an interesting choice. I feel like I want to go ahead and burn him here. If I can get him down below his racial, then I can swap him out. And I'm sure I'm going to have, though, and I didn't quite take him down below his racial. I kind of want to bring in Graves, because then I can heal while he's still haunted. So he might hit me with a black claw. I'd rather just go for the damage, because black claws actually, yeah, it wouldn't be healing for that much, so I'm just gonna go for the damage. Probably take him out here. Didn't quite take him out. Taking a lot of dot damage with him. He's gonna just go for the drain blood, so I think my best bet is to bring in my imp, since he has the lowest health pool. He's gonna get the smallest heal from it. Still an obnoxious heal, but it's, you know, not that bad. Gonna kill him here with a nether gate. My Graves is taking a crap ton of damage on the back line, but I think it'll be fine. He's gonna bring in his Wicked Soul. If he has Iron Skin, he does just basically take no damage from my immolation, but it's kind of fine. I kind of want to give up my Fiendish Imp quickly, because he's so bad against these two pets. I'm going to go ahead and go for a burn in case he just goes for like a Falcosaur Swarm. Yeah, he's going for the Iron Skin, so I'm doing a little bit of damage to him, but I'm basically going to do like no damage to him during this time. So at this point, I probably want to... I mean, I want to sacrifice my Imp, but it might also be nice to have him alive. I think I will go ahead and sacrifice him. Go for the burns, and he's running Warning Squawk. Interesting, so he's probably going to kill me here. I'm just going to go ahead and burn him, because I'm taking so much damage now from those crits from Haunt. There comes the Falcosaur Swarm. Okie dokie. I'm certainly dying here. Yeah, there's a dead imp. Alrighty, so now I think my best bet is going to be to bring in Graves. Go ahead and get my heal off quickly, before I'm dead. Now I'm going to spam damage. He might switch out, and then I'll just throw out a little bit of AoE. He's probably gonna switch out. That'd be my guess. Probably actually should have gone for Grave Destruction right off the bat. But if he stays in, I certainly want to be able to hit him with a Skull Toss. Yeah, there's the swap. I'm not surprised about that. Is he going to go for damage? I feel like he is certainly going to go for damage. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my kid. I do strong damage against him. I'm surprised he went for the heal right there. Guess he's just playing it safe. So I have a great matchup here with my strong damage versus his Wicked Soul. He's going to bring in his Drybreak Hatchling. This player is very smart. It's kind of unfortunate for him that I'm playing a more overpowered team, but this team is, it's not too bad. It's kind of a fair fight. I'm going to go ahead and just spam some hoofs into him. He likes to do his setup with the warning squawk, so what I will probably do is... do I want to haunt? I kind of do. I want to go ahead and haunt now. Oh, he didn't even do a setup. Well, he's not running Predatory Strike, so I don't really have to worry about that, so... He's going to bring in Grade, and he really can't do much to me with his Falcosaur Swarm. By itself, it's basically just a Howl that does a little bit of damage. I think I will go ahead and do some AoE since he does have his Iron Skin up. And then I will probably go ahead and... Actually, I'm kind of expecting a swap. So, I'll go ahead and attack him. If he does swap, then I'll certainly heal on the next round, because he could very well take me down very low with his Wicked Soul while I have my Shattered Defenses up. So just to play it extra safe, I will go ahead and heal here. He went ahead and healed, so I probably maybe could have been fine with doing damage. But at this point, I'm doing pretty well. He's going to haunt me. And then I'll probably want to swap out so that I don't take that double damage. But I'll probably try to get in a cheap shot on his Direbeak Hatchling before he does his... before that, since he is... Yeah, he's doing his Iron Skin. Also, there's a fairly decent chance he might go for Warning Squawk for the extra crits. I still have that Shattered Defense on me for 2 more rounds too, so... I might just be best off taking the Falcosaur Swarm, extra double damage from the Haunt, and just kind of going toe-to-toe with his Direbeak Hatchling. So, I think that is what I will do. I'll go ahead and hit him with a Grave Destruction here, just because it does extra damage. I was thinking about saving it to do AoE to his Undead, but I have such a great matchup with my Kid versus his Wicked Soul that I shouldn't have trouble being able to get the win here. This team does suffer a little bit once you lose your Imp, but my Imp was effectively worthless against his Bird and Wicked Soul since they're faster than him, so I think it was the correct move to go ahead and basically sacrifice him there early on. Alrighty, so he's going to bring in his... I'm going to bring in my Ghastly Kid. I should just one-shot him with a hoof. Yeah, it's going to do more damage than his health, so... Well played to my opponent, but this is my all-time favorite team I've ever created. I call it the A-Team, and it is very strong. Not particularly strong in the meta, but it just has a lot of synergy here with the Consumed Corpse, the Haunt, and the Fiendish Imp rounds it out very well. If you run into MPDs or decoy users, having him is very good. Obviously, Wicked Soul with the Imp is a very powerful combo in the... I'm actually not running Wicked Soul. Any sort of Haunt user with the Fiendish Imp is a very powerful strategy in the Legion meta. It's very tier 1, so great team there. I think I'll play with my team Evil Porcupine. It's one of the best teams you can use the Vengeful Porcupine in. Ode to Videguard is very strong as well. Porcupine Clone Dance is pretty good. But Evil Porcupine is incredibly good because you're putting him with these two very, very strong, a tier 1 Wicked Soul and a tier 0 Bone Serpent, who have very strong damage versus humanoids. And that's the big weakness that a Vengeful Porcupine will have, is he just can't take out humanoids very well. He can take them out, but it's very slow since he does only have critter damage or spirit spikes every now and then can throw somebody off. We are going up against a Dream Whelpling. He has a Mechanical, which is very dangerous for me. And the Fox Kit's a little dangerous for my Undeads. I think I will be just fine to start with my Wicked Soul. I can haunt whoever he brings in before they can do anything. That is going to be his Black-Footed Fox Kit. And I've played against one of these pets recently. I don't remember if it was this guy's name, so I want to say he runs... yeah, Howl and Bite. But I'm still going to bring in my Vengeful Porcupine. Even though he doesn't have the strong damage versus my Bone Serpent. Gonna go ahead and use my power ball here. Eventually I will be faster than him, even after a leap. So, and he is fast. Oh, I'm faster than him. He's probably gonna leap here, so I'm gonna go ahead and Spirit Spikes. He will do the recoil damage back to him, which is only half of the recoil damage because of crouch, but it's still pretty nice. Also, I basically am taking 0 damage, like, so little damage here. So let me see. He's gonna leap one more time. Gonna go ahead and go for that flank before he's faster than me. Now he's faster than me. Yeah. I would have taken a lot of power balls to get faster than him. Probably would be a good strategy for him to go ahead and... Oh, no, that was a good idea. I thought he was going to survive, but I forgot about my beast racial. Alrighty, so now he's going to bring his mechanical, obviously, because of the strong damage. He probably has sticky grenade, decoy, I would imagine. Not sure what my best bet is here, but I definitely don't think it's to stay in. So, I'm going to go ahead bring in my Wicked Soul. I kind of want to bring in the Bone Serpent just because if he has decoy, I can break in one round. But I also want to save my Bone Serpent because he's my best bet at beating the Dream Whelpling. Gonna go ahead and heal up, because, I mean, my Vengeful Porcupet's still a great pet, even if he is kind of at a weak matchup against these two pets. He still is very good. If he doesn't go for one of these two abilities, I can actually get a haunt off on him, so... A little surprised he's just spamming his Flamethrower, honestly. That tells me he's running Reboot. And I'm not sure why he hasn't... Oh, he's probably running Launch. He's probably running Launch, and he didn't want to use it into, like, a haunt. So, that would be my guess. So, assuming that, I will go ahead, bring in my Vengeful Porcupine. I am assuming he's running Reboot and Launch. So, I will go ahead, hit him with a flank before he goes up in the air, and he's going to leave. Yeah, I think he knew. I think he at least suspected that I was onto his strategy. So, waiting to load back into my area, and then I'll continue this. There we go. I've been having a lot of lag, actually. I've been trying to showcase these teams, and keep disconnecting. It's very frustrating, but hopefully we won't have that issue now. So what have I played with? I've played with Evil Porcupine and the A team. Go ahead and play with Pinky and the Brain. This is a lot of fun using the Bone Serpent, the Phosphor Rat, and then Kovok is a very solid pet to pair with these three. I might try a similar team. I was suggested to try out the Mechanical Scorpid with Blinding Poison, Black Claw, and he would probably be a very solid addition since it is kind of a blinding theme with this team. And then Black Claw obviously buffs Flurry, it buffs your Bone Barrage. But I just have a hard time getting over the fact that you have to choose between Barb Stinger, which is garbage, or Wind Up, which is garbage if it's your only attack. So, let's see. I've played against this guy. This is the poor guy that I landed that ridiculous RNG Blood in the Water against and got those 2 traps, so... he deserves an RNG win against me at this point. He likes to start with his chicken, so I will probably start with my rat, since he cannot be slept. Also, if he starts with his MPD, I will be fine, because I can take down his decoy. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him with that decoy before he does anything. Did I say decoy? I'll hit him with my Call Darkness before he can decoy it. He might have disconnected because he's not really moving very fast. Yeah, it looks like he did. So that's a little awkward. I'll just go ahead and attack him, get this battle over with quickly. Oh, nope. I guess he is just sitting there. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and crouch here. And that way if he attacks me, I will be able to soak a lot of his damage. I'll go ahead and flurry here. It's possible he was just loading very slowly. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead... Probably want to bring in my Kovok here. Yeah, I feel like that's what I want to do. Because he likes to switch around. So if he just uses his heal and then bursts me down and switches, he's going to be switching out with a Poison Fang and a Black Claw on him, and that'll hurt a lot. It's not really worth it to use Pheromones, I don't think. Okay, now that he's gone for his heal, I think that is what I will do. Now if he switches out, he's just going to straight up die on the back line, so basically he's stuck using his Jade Mist Dancer until that poison kills him. I'm going to go ahead and go for one more poison. He's probably just going to go for AoE anyway, so there wasn't any point for me switching out. Alrighty, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to bring in my Phosphor Rat. He's going to attack me. There's no way he's going to swap because he's just going to die on the back line to Pheromones plus Black Claw plus that, so we'll go ahead and... I mean, he won't die, but he's going to be so close to dead that he should just attack me, so I'm just going to crouch here. Alrighty, that was a correct move on his part. Do I kill him with the Call Darkness? I don't. So I kind of want to go ahead and go for flurries. If I can save that Call Darkness, it'd be nice to be able to hit like his chicken with that, for example, since I don't go first with flurry. I'm going to go ahead and hit him now with a flurry to take him out. Might have been okay choice for him to swap out there, but his Jade Mist Dancer isn't that fast, so it'd really only be faster than my Bone Serpent, and he's undead. So now if he goes for a sleep, that will be very unfortunate for him because that's not going to work on me. So I'm going to go ahead and Call Darkness. He isn't going for the sleep. Good for him. This is a good player. Like, I feel kind of bad about that silly RNG win. I'm going to go ahead and flurry. It will take him down below his racial. And now I'm faster than him. I will die to a Thunderbolt, so I would like to go ahead and do some damage. Unfortunately, he does have that sleep available for my undead, so he is going to be able to get off a little bit of cheap damage before I can do anything. So he's gonna go ahead and attack me. And I should kill him with a Bone Barrage. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's possible I should have used a Call Darkness instead, in case he uses his MPD, but I think it's fine. Oh, crap. He totally just got the win. I forgot he had Thunderbolt, actually. Alrighty, well, good on him for beating me. Yeah, he deserved a win. I might actually be able to force a draw with the Bone Barrage, but I'm gonna bow out because, I mean, I think I'd have to, like, crit. And there's no reason to do that. I already basically got a troll win against that poor guy, so there's no reason to deny him the win when it's really a draw or a loss, you know what I'm saying? Against that guy, the Clone Dance team would do very well. Very well. But I don't want to use a Clone Dance team. I think I'll use Ode to Videgard. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'll use When Pigs Fly. This is a fun team. It's very fun. Strategy here is you have Uncanny Luck from Mr. Wiggles. Uncanny Luck will buff your hit chance on When Elix Fly to be 100% for 4 rounds. And if you throw up your Moonfire, the weather will be Moonlight, and then your When Elix Fly is a priority move. It'll go first before anything else. Bone Barrage also has over 100% hit chance, so all 3 ticks will land. And the icing on the cake is you have a 30% crit chance on all of your abilities as long as Uncanny Luck is up. Also, of course, you're using the Bone Serpent, so he's tier 0. Trunks is a tier 2 pet that can be tier 1, and this team he is tier 1 just because of the synergy between Uncanny Luck and When Elix Fly. It's pretty broken damage. So we are getting a rematch against him. He'll probably start with his turkey now that but I have a critter, so I'm assuming... I think the reason he started with his MPD on the last round was because he was lagging when he was opening up. Sorry, when his game was loading. So I'm going to assume he will start with the turkey. I'll just start with my critter. Alrighty. That sleep could actually be really annoying, so I'm just going to crouch right here, see what he does. He's going to go for damage. If I can get him down below his ratio, I'll be fine. But yeah, that sleep is a really strong counter because basically as soon as I bring in Trunks, he's just going to sleep me. So I'm just going to kind of trade blows with him until he either swaps or until I get him at least below his racial. Should be able to do that fairly soon here since I am taking 50% reduced damage. And I think I am faster than him. Power speed 289. Oh, he's a little bit faster than me even still. I think I want to go ahead. I might kill him with this, but I'm not good. No, I'd have to get a crit. I'm going to go ahead and go for the... I'm going to go ahead and go for the Uncanny Luck, I think. Hit him with a Diseased Bite. That turkey's really, really challenging to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and go for one more Uncanny Luck. And I really hope he kills my critter here. That would be so great. I'm going to go ahead and go for one more Uncanny Luck. I just want to have as much uptime on that buff as I can. So I'm going to bring in Trunks. Go ahead and go for some AoE, which will hit very hard. I kind of want him to go for his weather effect, and he's holding out on it. That's very smart. Okay, now I'm in a pretty good position because if I go for a weather effect here, I go second, and it'll change his. And if he holds out, I have a priority move on my team. So he's going to bring his mechanical. That's a very good strategy because he takes weak damage from my Elix when Elix fly, but it still hits, like, even against a mechanical, it still hits for 500 damage under Moonlight. It's just total BS. It's really broken. If I land this, I get a win, but I don't want to go for RNG. So I will probably go ahead and bring in my Bone Serpent. I take weak damage from the breath. I can break his decoy in one round, which I'm sure he's going to use here. In case he doesn't use it, I'll go ahead and use my Call Darkness. He did go for the Thunderbolt. Okay. So I will take out his Mechanical Panda and Dragon Wing. I have Trunks to switch into in case I'm afraid of the sleep. But that sleep is going to be very powerful. Probably gonna go for, I'm gonna go ahead and go for this because I don't really want to swap right now. So might have to kind of bet on RNG here. And this poor guy has the worst luck against me. I'm so sorry for him. I think he'll still be able to pull off a win though because he's been playing very well. Do I go for the Bone Barrage? Do I soak it with him? I think I'd go for the Bone Barrage. Ooh, that crit hit hard. But, man, this poor guy just can't catch a break. I think I will bring in my Trunks. He's probably not going to go for the... Why did he go for the sleep? I didn't have any moves. Well, he did go for the sleep, which is kind of what I was bringing in Trunks for in case. But, yeah, now I'll be able to kill him on my Bone Serpent, so... Go ahead and go for the Moonfire. So it was a little bit of a misplay for him to use his food combo, but it ended up totally paying off for me to swap into my Elec there. Maybe he didn't realize I didn't have any moves available. But, yeah, as it turns out, I will indeed be able to kill him with a Call Darkness, so... 1-1 against this guy. Turkey's a pretty good pet. MPD's a tier 1, and Jade Miss Dancer's a low tier 1. Nah, he's a tier 1, but he's a tier 1 because of the Rain Dance, so... Yeah, he's a good player, though. What do I want to play with next? I think I've played with these 3 teams so far. I will show off... Oh, no, I did play with Pinky in the Brain, and it lost. It did lose, but it's a close match.
Might not have been that close, as close if he had actually gotten his first move off. It's unfortunate, but he did get the win, so it's not too unfortunate. This team's very, very strong. I think Disco Doggy also has this team. I forgot what he named it something like Frothy Bold Rats or something. But it's very strong using the Bone Serpent with the Phosphor Rat because you know, you have the double darkness to change weather so that they can't heal. You have the Nightshade Sproutling to add another darkness. You have a Blinding Poison for utility, so if you run into Ragnaros or just any trap user, it's very nice. And then basically just a very, very strong darkness team. Probably the best one out there. I don't personally like using any of the birds just because they are kind of squishy. And so once the racial's gone, they're usually not faster than the opponent. Also, even though they're nice to have like flying damage against crabs, I don't particularly like most birds because a lot of them use Alpha Strike, and the crab can just use Surge to basically negate that last bit of your damage. Alrighty, so we have another matchup against this guy. He does like to start with his turkey. Who did he start with last time? Did he start with his turkey? Yeah, he did. But he sees I have a critter, so he probably knows not to bring that in. Unfortunately, I don't have Flurry this time, so... what to do? I think I will still bring in my Phosphor Rat. He's gonna bring in his Jadeness Dancer. Interesting choice. Okie dokie. He's not blinded under Call Darkness, so having Sneak Attack won't really do me any favors. But it still hits for some damage. No, it's not very great. Well, I'll go ahead and crouch. Probably could have gotten away with just doing some damage first. Now that he's throwing out his Acid Rain, I do want to remove that 25% buff to his aquatic damage. And he's just going for damage. Interesting already. Well, I guess it's not that interesting. I hadn't done any damage to him, so that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and do some sneak attacks here. My Phosphor Rat is okay against the rest of his team, but is not that good against the MPD and against the Thailand's Turkey. I'm already kind of low enough health where I'm not sure if I want to swap. I think I'm just gonna stay in, sneak attack, and then throw up my crouch. It looks like he just kind of wants to 1v1 me, so I'm gonna kind of operate under that assumption that he's just gonna stay in. Go ahead and crouch, sneak attack, and then I will be able to kill him off with a Cold Darkness. So, pretty good trade here, although he has done a significant amount of AoE to my team. That turkey's really what scares me, so I'm going to go ahead and do some damage to his MPD before kicking the bucket. I don't have a decoy breaker, but I just don't have enough health to swap out and use my Bone Barrage, so I think I will go ahead, just attack it, probably die to a breath here, and he used his Thunderbolt, so that's pretty good. That means I will be able to take out his decoy before he's able to kill me. Alrighty, now I am dead. Having a hard time deciding whether I want to bring in him or the Nightshade Sproutling. Nightshade Sproutling does have a blind. I think what I would like to do is bring in the Nightshade Sproutling. The advantage of the Bone Serpent is he can break decoys, but I don't have to worry about that right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and blind him. If he stays in, he's not going to hit me. Yeah, I'm just going to Blinding Poison him. He is going to bring in his turkey, so that means I want to throw out a Call Darkness real quick. Just to kind of get some damage into him. He does have Gobble Strike, so it's going to be very fast to ever go faster than him. I'm just going to go ahead and soak that Food Coma and then swap. Kind of glad he used it right off the bat because I didn't want to have to kind of play around him having that cooldown. And he got a very unlucky miss against me. That's kind of game-breaking when I have a team as strong as I do versus a team kind of as strong but not as just broken overpowered as mine. So I'm going to be able to kill him with a Call Darkness here. I am going kind of hamsy with my rotation here. And he turns into a cooked turkey. I never noticed that.
but it's just because I do want to be able to kind of get rid of that turkey as fast as possible. I don't really want him to have the chance to get off another food coma. So I'm going to go ahead and pass here. It'd be great if he went for a decoy, but of course he is going to deal damage to me. He might go for his decoy here, so because I'm kind of expecting that, I will go ahead and Bone Barrage. Yeah, and that will remove his decoy and has a pretty good chance to hit him on that third hit for 111. That's decent. Alrighty, so he's obviously just going to deal damage, so I want to go ahead and Blinding Poison. I should be able to kill him before his next Thunderbolt, so it should be GG here. Going to go ahead and hit him with a Lash. It's getting down to the wire, but he does have one more round before his Thunderbolt comes back, so if I get a triple hit, he's dead, and if I get a double hit, I go first on the next round, so it doesn't matter. And I did get the triple hit, so yeah, Nightshade Sproutling's a very nice tier 1 pet. Very strong, especially when you put him with a Bone Serpent. Alrighty. Probably do 2 more games just to show off a couple more teams. What else have I... What have I played again? I played this. I don't think I used Ode to Videgard. I'll go ahead and do this for my second to last battle, I think. So, Magma Rageling and Little Ragnos are tier 1 pets just because of Magma Trap. It's so hard to counter. There's really just so little you can do about it. It's kind of unfair. Bone Serpent's tier 0, and Vengeful Porcupine is a good solid tier 1 pet that is very good at countering the meta. I actually hope I don't get a rematch of this guy because I feel like I keep getting so lucky against him. Poor guy just can't catch a break against me. Alrighty. Triple Darkness team. Kind of predicting he'll start with one of these two. Probably the Nightshade Sproutling, just because he knows I probably want to start with the Magma Rageling to get the trap down. So what I will actually do is bring in the Vengeful Porcupine. He's going to bring in his Owl. Okay. That hits very hard, so not sure if I want to stay in for this. I kind of want to buff my speed once, and then swap into the Elemental because his Nocturnal Strike should, theoretically, 40% of the time miss. So it's kind of my best bet, really, is what it comes down to. There's the Call Darkness. Could be my internet, honestly. I'm not sure what's causing that. I'm going to really just sort of pray to RNGesus that this Nocturnal Strike misses because it shouldn't land. If it lands, it's really unfortunate for me, and good. It did miss, so it's pretty good that I swapped into my Elemental. I'm going to throw down my trap before he has a chance to bring in his Nightshade Sproutling and blind me. Then I will hit him with a Flame Jet. That should remove his Racial. Not particularly thrilled that that went off there, but it's not terrible. Obviously, it's nice that it interrupted him, and my Ragnaros wannabe is still like 60-70% health, so it's going to bring in his Bone Serpent. I'm going to kill his Fledgling Warden Owl on the back line, and at this point, I am already faster than him, but I kind of want to just stay in on my Elemental and let him die rather than swapping. And I will actually probably bring in my Bone Serpent next, as a matter of fact, just because I want to have my Vengeful Porcupine versus the Nightshade Sproutling rather than the Bone Serpent versus him as a final matchup. He is going to kill me here. I could go for that Spirit Spikes, but I want him to be full higher health, so I think what I will do is kind of just trade blows with his Bone Serpent here. He might go for the swap into the Sproutling. That would be very smart since he... Okay. Yeah, it's not for sure because I could still have a 40% chance to hit his Nightshade Sproutling, so... he's going to go for the Nocturnal Strike here. I will kill him with a Bone Barrage. Then I'll probably pass on the next round. I don't really want to just refresh Darkness and lose my cooldown for no reason. So, I'm going to take a Bone Barrage to the face, but that's kind of fine. It shouldn't kill me. And even if he blinds me here, let me think here. What do I want to do? Kind of expecting a blind right off the bat. So I'm going to go ahead and Bone Barrage him. Nope, he's going for damage. That's smart. Alrighty. So now he can blind me, and he definitely should. If he doesn't use his blind here, that's really not a good play. Because, yeah, you're using your cooldown, but, like, your damage isn't gonna hurt me, so I'm just gonna go for the Call Darkness in case he doesn't go for it, and, oh, he's running the heal build. Okay, that caught me by surprise for sure. If he's running Fist of the Forest, that could actually be a huge problem for my Vengeful Porcupine, but if he is running Blinding Poison, it will be smooth sailing for me, to take out his Nightshade Sproutling, and he's trying to decide, so that makes me really think he's using Blinding Poison. I don't think he's using Fist of the Forest. There's the blind. Okay. Now I'm faster than him, though, so I'm going to take no damage from his Lash while I have Spirit Spikes up. And, yeah, he's not going to be able to turn this one around. Vengeful Porcupine is so good at countering fast pets just because of his ability to ramp up his speed infinitely. Got a triple hit, and then one more flank will take out his Sproutling. Alrighty, so very solid performance by my Vengeful Porcupine. I do want to play one more team today, and I'm not sure what. Ooh, Gretz. Ding, Gretz. I'm level 40. Ooh, and I got Shadow Dance. Oh, that looks pretty important. I'm gonna put that on my big DPS. Wait, what does it do? Turns me purple. Oh yeah, I want that on my G button. I want to be purple as long as possible, and G is so easy to hit. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and play with. Did I already play with Classic Clone Dance? I don't think I did. So I feel like I should play with it just because. I'm gonna actually play two more games. I'm gonna play with my Classic Clone Dance team, and then I am going to play with my counter team that I have created for the Classic Clone Dance. What would be so great is if I do actually queue into somebody with this team, not now, but like on the next one. That'd be so great because I'm going to be able to counter them, but it's not very likely. Alrighty, so Zufu, Stardust Trunks, double magic pets. That's actually a huge counter for this team. And a Zufu who I can't dodge. Alright, well, if I can pull off a win, it will be very impressive. I'm predicting a swap out right off the bat since he doesn't want that Cyclone going down. I'm assuming. So I'm just going to bring in my Emperor Crab. He's going for Celestial Blessing. Yoki dokie. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's bringing in his Zufu with. Oh, and I'm not going to be able to kill that Zufu. Alrighty. Well, I'll go ahead and go for a Surge, I guess. I'm kind of just hoping he'll swap me out into my Edgar. Oh, and he's going for damage. I'm going to go ahead and go for that Healing Wave. That hits hard. Go ahead and just keep going for surges here. Got a crit there, that's nice. And he's not swapping out. This guy is obviously very smart. Might be able to actually beat this team. And this team is very beatable. I mean, it's only 92%. That means somebody beat me somewhere. Yeah, it's 11-1. Probably about to be 11-2. But I'll go ahead and try my best. Keep doing surges. Celestial Blessing's actually down now, so I'll have to take a turn to refresh it. Oh, he's running Starfall. Well, I'll go ahead and heal, because my heal does 25% extra healing now. And he might swap now. Now that I know he's running that, I think I'm just going to swap into my Blighthawk. He's bringing in Trunks. I guess he's going for that full 50% nonsense here, so. And he landed the first one. That's scary. I do weak damage with my Elemental, and if he lands 2 of those when Elix fly in a row,
it's going to be pretty bad, because I'm not going to actually be able to get my clone dance up. I'm going to have to... Okay, thank goodness he missed his first one. Even if the second one lands, I will at least get my clone dance up. I'm going to kind of assume he's going to hit me here, so I'm just going to go ahead and rain dance. Oh, he went for that. Okie dokie. Well, I'll go ahead and go for an acid rain, and really hope that he misses. I super hope he misses. That'd be so great. Please miss. Oh, and he swapped out. Okay, okay. This guy's very much surprising me with all like his moves, his team, everything. I'm going to be able to kill him with a steam vent, so he's not going to be able to get up another celestial blessing for his trunks. And my clone dance is doing good work to his team. He might have Moonfire. We'll have to see. I'll go ahead and keep doing damage to him. Ooh, I got a lucky crit there. And he does have Moonfire, okay. At this point, he just has to bank on getting 50% hits, so I'm just going to assume he'll miss and go for damage. And that was a bad assumption. I think my best bet is going to be to soak that huge damage with my undead. Actually, I can kill him with a ghostly bite, so if he lands it, I don't kill him, though. I don't want that headbutt to come in, though. He's probably going to go for the 50%. I would go for the 50%. But maybe he doesn't know I run ghostly bite. Does he know that yet? I'm going to go ahead and go for the infected. Oh, I should have gone for that. It's okay, though, because he missed. It's okay. Do I kill him on this round? Oh, I don't necessarily kill him. I'm going to assume I'll kill him. He's thinking, does he want to go? He's going to go for the 50%. Okay. Yeah, if he had landed more of these, he'd be a lot scarier to beat. As it turns out, I think I will be able to beat him. I do have that priority move there just to kind of go first later on. He's probably going to go for a feed early on. I would not imagine he's going to go for the prowl because I do have the ghostly bite. I imagine the feed is going to be coming here. So I'm going to go ahead Infected Claw and then ghostly bite on my last round. Yeah, this was definitely kind of an RNG win. Oh, he's still not going for the feed. Interesting. It's possible he is just running Moonfire. So yeah, it really came down to how many of those landed, which is a little scary, but not particularly fun to play against. So, how would my anti-clone dance team? This is it, by the way. If you want to know how to counter how to perfectly counter a clone dance, use this team, and played correctly, you should always win. I guess I have a decent chance against him. I mean, I have 3 undeads, so even if he's landing those when Elix fly, I at least have my undead racial to fall back on. I have a haunt. I have a called darkness, so I can basically reduce that hit chance by an additional 10% and remove his ability to go first, which is not particularly helpful, but still something. Yeah. I feel like I would be able to pull off a win, even if he gets pretty good luck. I feel like I could pull off a win if I happen to be unlucky enough to queue into him. But basically, let me talk about not how to beat that guy, but how to beat Clone Dance. I'll probably do, if I run into a day where I have a ton of Clone Dance teams queuing up against me, I will try to show off this team for its intended purpose. But the good news is, it's a very strong team, even against regular teams. Like, it's gone, I haven't actually queued into a clone dance with it, and it's gone 10-0. Like, it's very, very strong because it does have 3 undeads, but it also does have a lot of synergy between these pets. You have Rot and you have Hoof, so Ghastly Kid does extra damage to rotted subjects. If you run into critters, yeah, they do extra damage to you, but you have your surge, so you can go first. So if it's like a rabbit, you can actually basically remove their ability to use flurry effectively since you go first with surge. If they burrow, you can use amplify magic and then hit them extra hard on the next round. Actually, next 2 rounds.
your other two pets are pretty weak. They are very susceptible to rabbits, but the spirit crab kind of is your protection. I did queue into a rabbit once, and it wasn't even a speed. It was a rabbit that hits a little harder than speed, but was still faster than all three of my pets. So technically, it was even better of a counter than a regular rabbit would be. But my spirit crab was able to take care of him, even though he did switch out and kind of utilize his cooldowns and switch out and played very smart. I was still able to beat that team just because the spirit crab is so powerful against the rabbit. Oh yeah, but let me talk about clone dance. I'm just talking about all sorts of other things. Let me try re-queuing though, because this queue's taking a while. I don't really... Oh my goodness, 6 minutes. I might not be able to show off this last team, unfortunately. I'll go ahead and talk about this team, but I might have to actually cut off the video and then do a specific spotlight video on this team, which I really would like to do because it is such a great team. I really do like it a lot. Basically, if you run into the clone dance team, you have your Ghastly Kid to consume magic whenever the cyclone goes out, and cyclone's an item, so it also counts as a debuff. So if you what is it called? Consume magic with your Ghastly Kid, it will actually remove the cyclone just straight away from the battlefield. So cyclone's a 5-round cooldown, and consume magic is a 4-round cooldown, so you will always be able to match his cooldown with yours. So he literally can't hit you with a cyclone as long as you have your consume magic. If you're running into a basic AoE team, you can always just haunt, and that's very nice because you don't take damage while you are haunting your enemy. I already explained the synergy between Rot and Hoof. Also, there is a nice bit of synergy sometimes, and this actually has happened. Like, it might seem kind of unlikely, but... Oh, there's the Q. Yay. So I will be able to show off this team. Hopefully I can get a win, too, but we'll see. But if they are an aquatic and you rot them after they've taken a haunt, they will start taking a little more damage from haunt. Also, if you... Oh my goodness, this is a scary-looking team. Wow. Okay. Tarot Claw, Stunned a Direhorn, and a Mongoose. Well, I'm assuming he'll just start with the Direhorn. So I'll start with my kid. Oh, he might start with this guy, though. I don't think he will since he sees that Bone Serpent in the top slot. Yeah, he's going to start with the Direhorn. I'm going to go ahead and go for this haunt. He might go for the quick attack. He did. That's smart. Okay, so that tells me this player is very smart. So that's good for me to know for future mind games. Okay. Now, here's another mind game. Is he going to go for that 50% chance stun? Or is he going to go for the slow? Since he's smart, I'm going to assume he's going to go for that horn attack right off the bat and go for my surge to basically negate any chance of him getting to go for the stun. And he did. Alrighty. Breathing a sigh of relief because that's actually pretty important. Going to go ahead and amplify magic now. That will buff the... I was going to say this earlier. That will actually buff the damage from haunt. As you can see, now it's hitting for 210 instead of 140. He might go for the horn attack. If he does, I want to go ahead and go for my surge so he can't stun me. Kind of bummed he went for it because now he does have his Tri-Horn charge. Not sure which one goes first. I think it's literally just a 50-50 chance, but we'll see. Oh, I went first. 1877. Oh, mine just goes first. Yeah, okay, so Tri-Horn charge doesn't go as fast as surge, apparently. Now, is he going to go for a dodge, or is he going to go for damage? I feel like he's going to maybe go for damage. As far as matchups go, I'm going to go ahead and go for this Rot. And then swap into my Ghastly Kid. It's going to force him to use his dodge. Because he takes... Oh, never mind. He uses his Nature's Ward. Duh. But it's okay. I'll just spam some damage into him. If he uses his dodge, I can just heal. Having Ethereal would be better in this one situation, because I literally take no damage rather than just healing up, most of what he just did to me. But it's fine. It's nice to have that to match He's going to bring in his mongoose pup. Okay. What that means is I will have to save my bone serpent for his terror claw and hope that he can take him out. He should be able to, honestly, but I'm kind of predicting he's not going to use his dive yet. So I'm going to go ahead and haunt. Yeah. So he's probably going to run dive and survival, which means I should be able to expect another gnaw here. I'm going to go ahead and just go for surges. Regardless of what he does, of any of his moves. I mean, he could be running Screech and Surge, but I'm sure he's running at least Survival and Gnaw. And probably Dive. That's the kind of basic setup you're going to want with this team. If he goes for that, don't pay attention to that. That's because of my Surge. I'm going to go ahead and go for another Surge. Wait, he does have Surge. Oh, yeah, do pay attention to that. Okay, so he is running Surge. Okie dokie, good to know. And he is faster than me, so his Surge does go first. Do I want to save my Spirit Crab? Not particularly. If he goes for Survival, it'd be good for me to go for Surge now, so I will go ahead and do that. Yeah, it was smart for him to go ahead and get the kill there. Alrighty, now I'm trying to think. Do I want to go for a Surge? Do I want to go for a Rot in case he dodges? I don't want to go for the Rot, so I have to choose between Amplify Magic and Surge. He's just going to heal up the damage from Surge, almost certainly. I think I actually want to go for Amplify Magic. That might have been the wrong decision. Wait, he didn't do anything. That's surprising. Well, I'm going to bring in my Bone Serpent, go ahead and try to hit him with my Amplify Magic. This was the idea, is now I can hit him hard. And he did use his dodge. Okay, so it would have been a little better to use my Surge, but it's really just fine. I think it'll be just fine. Let me see. My Darkness reduces his healing enough where I think my Bone Serpent can take him out. We shall have to see. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a Bone Barrage. Little surprised he's still going for the healing because it's just not effective enough versus my Bone Serpent. Bone Serpents are Terror Claw killers. Alrighty, and this is a little bit scary since he is faster than me still. We'll have to see. Oh, okay, so I got some lucky hits getting those triple hits there. Gonna go ahead and pass. I'm surprised he went for the dodge. He should have tried to kill me since I don't have any damage for him. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the Darkness just to cut his healing in half still. And my Nocturnal Strike will be able to hit him on the next round. So yeah, it's going to be a win versus this Terror Claw hatchling. Getting those early mind games with the Stunted Direhorn and basically winning the important ones was very important for basically being able to have a win against this team, because this is a very strong team. Mongoose is a very underrepresented but very powerful pet. One of Disco Doggy's favorite all-time pets, I know, because he is so good at basically surviving with so little health that he has, because he does have the dive available. You can do Surge if you want, and that's obviously Surge is a very nice move to have, so nothing wrong with choosing that over dive. You have Survival, which can be very good, and against a non-AoE or a non-Surge team, you can basically Survival, get a free attack, switch to the backline, and just stay alive way longer than most pet can at that low health. So, but this is my team. As you can see, it does very well. What is that now, 11-0? Yeah, 11-0 against no clone dances. I've actually run into no clone dances, but if I run into this team, especially this clone dance team, I should do very well because I can remove the Cyclone. I have the Spirit Crab to take care of the Jade Mist Dancer, and then the Bone Serpent obviously will destroy the Emperor Crab. He is the best Emperor Crab killer in my opinion. Obviously, birds hit him harder with their Alpha Strikes, but as I've explained, I don't really like using Alpha Strike because they can just surge and basically remove your ability to use the second tick of Alpha Strike from going first. Yeah, that's this team. A lot of fun. I really do enjoy it a lot, and if you're running into a lot of Clone Dance, try this team out. I might do might look into doing like a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not compilation. Working with another, I might look into working with somebody else, another YouTuber, to like purposely just pet battle duel instead of having to depend on the queue to throw a clone dance at me, just so I can kind of try this out against a clone dance team. But having looked at it in theory, I feel like it should win 90% of the time against a basic clone dance team. And especially if you are running into this one in particular, it should be very good. So try it out. If your meta has a lot of this clone dance in it, try it out. Tell me how it tell me how the battle goes. If you're able to get wins against that player with this team, I feel pretty confident in its ability to take out this team, which was a very big problem team for me to beat back in early WAD and in late Mists. It's a very strong team, always has been, and I think it's as strong as it ever has been now in Legion, with all these Tarot Claws and very healy, stally, haunt and stall teams. About having this kind of setup is going to be very nice with your darkness available. But yeah, alright, well, this video has been going on quite long enough, and I do have to get off to work soon, so go ahead and upload this. Hope y'all enjoy it. I will leave a link to the tab so that y'all have access to all of my best teams, and hopefully y'all can try them out. Tell me how they do for you. Not all of them are going to win you all of your games, but some of them are very competitive. FTW, you are very there are very, very strong teams here that you should get at least 50% win rates from, just because they are, a lot of them, using a lot of Bone Serpents, Tarot Claws, Fiendish Imps, Wicked Souls, clone dance strategies, Vengeful Porcupines, very strong, powerful pets here, and a couple underrepresented pets that are able to really stand out in some teams to get you some wins. And sometimes, like for When Pigs Fly, you can get fast wins with this team. Like if you just want to spam some battles, get some real quick wins, and maybe have some laughs against Tarot Claws that think that they're all tough stuff, and then they get one shot by When LX Fly, you can really have a lot of fun with some of these teams. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video.